Manchester United bounced back from that disappointing performance and results in the Manchester Derby last week to win 3-2 against Tottenham Hotspur today at Old Trafford. And this is your match reaction video on the Stratford Africa channel. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Smash a like on the video and join me. Let's break down the game together. So the result was good, and I think it's a massive 3 points for us, given our circumstance and given the fact that we are trying and still we are trying not to give up on our quest to finish in the top 4. This is a massive 3 points that we've taken off a very close and serious top 4 contender, and I think in the long run this might prove to be very valuable points taken off Tottenham Hotspur. But that being said, I think today was a clear show of Cristiano Ronaldo's brilliance, and he was the man of the day today. And I believe most of you, he will come out as your man of the match, and there's no doubt or no argument about that. The man was brilliant today. He was very clinical, and he was on top of issues today. This is what we signed Ronaldo for. This is what we all thought the romantic comeback and the euphoria was going to give us week in, week out. But for some reason, we haven't seen that consistent enough. But at least today we have that, and we are good to go. So please enjoy the win, enjoy the performance. If you are a Cristiano Ronaldo fan, keep the agenda going, and let everybody knows that he's the real GOAT, because this is what football fans do. When Ronaldo scores, he's on top. When Messi does well, Messi too is on top. So that being said, I think apart from that, the game in general, the performance, I won't say was good. If it wasn't for that brilliance from Cristiano Ronaldo, as Conte said, that we would have been sitting here talking about different things all together, you understand? Yeah, so this was a clear display of individual brilliance that has characterized this team for a very long time now. Especially if Ole was still here, the individual brilliance drum would have been beating around all the place, you understand? But the fact that he's no more here, and we still keep on struggling, and today the individual brilliance of Cristiano Ronaldo was on display. But the performance in general, the way we defended was very bad. Yes, Tottenham caused us a lot of issues defensively. Our defense was not that solid today, and our midfield too. I think Pogba was shit today. Trust me, Pogba was just abysmal today. Yes, a lot of the transitions we had, he broke them down with very easy situations that he could have dealt with easily. He just messed up and gave up the ball. You understand? And I think in the first half, Dalot struggled defensively, but I think in the second half he grew into the game and he was solid. And you know what Dalot will give you on the ball: his progressive thinking, his progressive passes, and his forward movement of the ball. He helped in our play a lot. And today we weren't that hasty on the ball, even though we were sloppy. We were a bit sloppy, but I could see that we were not that hasty on the ball. I don't know whether that was because Bruno Fernandes was not on the field. You can say that, but overall, I think we were a bit composed and a bit, yeah, like we put some passes together. Even though we still gave the ball away so many times, that is still not good enough. But I saw some reservedness when we had the ball today compared to our previous games, when we were always in the haste, knocking the ball from 40 yards out, trying to create a chance. Today we didn't do that. We handled our transitions very well, except that Pogba messed up a lot of them. And Rashford has continued his poor form and his body language and everything that we know about Rashford right now. That's what we saw today. Today he just looked off it, and he was very bad. But that being said, I think there were some positive performances too, and we can't talk about positive today without mentioning Pastor Fred. Fred was the master of our midfield today. He was everywhere, and I think he was given a much role up front. Today he played much higher up the pitch, even though he was engaged in our defensive work too a lot of the times. But he moved the ball well, he passed it well, and today his dribbles were okay. I think Fred had a very good game, and if it wasn't for Ronaldo's brilliance and Ronaldo's hat trick, you could have shouted Fred out for a man of the match performance. We understand? Yeah. So Ronaldo just scored his goals. The first goal, for example, he scored it from nothing. You understand? It was just pure brilliance. And I think the second one was more of a team goal. You understand? If you consider Jadon Sancho's brilliant run and the way Matic was able to knock the ball over the top for him, and then Sancho squared it for Ronaldo to tap in. I think that was a very good team goal. And the third one too, the cross from Telles was good. And if you look at the movement in the box, yes, Varane and Cavani's movement did a lot to favor Ronaldo to get onto the ball. Yes, they really distracted the one who was supposed to mark Ronaldo, and Ronaldo got free and he knocked it home. You understand? So aside from Pogba and Rashford not playing well and our defensive unit as a whole struggling today, I think that was the main negatives. You understand? And now that we have been able to take these 3 points off Tottenham Hotspur, now we'll be back to the 4th place until Arsenal plays tomorrow. You understand? So let's hope that Arsenal is unable to win all their matches in hand, because I keep saying it, those matches are very difficult matches for them. It is against Chelsea, Liverpool, and Tottenham. So I think the Spurs game is the only one that I am not sure. I think they can get a positive result from, because Liverpool is in the title race. They are playing that this week, and they wouldn't like to drop points. They would like to win it to cut off the point gap between them and Man City. So Liverpool is not going to turn up and mess around in that game. And Chelsea also would like to with all that is going on around them, they wouldn't like to lose a game and then increase the pressure on themselves. You understand? And these two teams already are better than Arsenal. You understand? So I think the Spurs one is the one I can't boldly say. So if they are not able to win those 3, then we are back in the top 4 contention again. And in our game against them at the Emirates, if you're able to win it, then we could give ourselves massive chance of making top 4. We understand? And we need to do that to be able to support our rebuild that we are posing, like that we are preparing for in the summer. If you have Champions League football, then getting players becomes much easier. You understand? And all of that. So I think today, if you forget, you can refer to today as the Cristiano Ronaldo day, and he turned up to the occasion and he proved why he is the GOAT. You understand? Or if you like, why some people carry him around as the GOAT, because it's very debatable. It's divided between him and Messi. You understand? I enjoy both, but even though I am a massive Ronaldo fan, but I think there's an argument there to be made for any one of these guys. You understand? So let me know your thoughts about the game in the comment section. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Let me know who you think was your man of the match. What was your overall thought about the performance and the tactics and all of that? So I think moving on, the boys will have to pick confidence from this game. Up next for us is Atletico Madrid in the Champions League, and looking at Ronaldo's record against Atletico Madrid, and if you're considering that he would have picked up a lot of confidence from this hat-trick, I think Atletico Madrid should be getting worried. Their man is coming back to form, and if he's going to face them in this top form, he could worry them a lot. You understand? So that could be to our advantage though, because this is what we signed Ronaldo for, as I've already said. But for some reason, the chances have not been coming his way, which have led to some amount of frustrations and some amount of bollocks headlines being thrown around. Last week in the Manchester derby, he was not involved. The manager came out saying he had a hip injury, and then at the end of the game, we saw stories elsewhere too that was saying he was fine. The manager didn't want to pick him, and it caused a little bit of scare here and there. But today he came back to the team, and he announced his return in a massive fashion. You understand? So please keep subscribing and keep supporting the channel. This has been your match breakdown on the Stretford Africa channel. Until we meet again next time, have a nice time to you all. Enjoy the win, and hopefully we can carry on and kick on from here. Bye bye.